Hello everyone, and welcome to the Kukuli Bushcraft channel. So I'm starting the video today in the car because it's really windy outside. It's actually just stopped snowing. It's forecast quite a lot of rain, and the mission today, we're going to a cabin, an open cabin. We might sleep in the cabin, we might sleep outside, depending, as if there's other people there. I should think that the weather will probably keep people away today. And we're going to try and do some wildlife photography on the way there. There's a nice forestry road which gives us a good open forest border, basically great for reindeer, great for seeing capercaillie. And on the way back tomorrow we're going to try and do a little bit of fishing. I've also got quite a lot of new gear to try out and to test out on a shorter hike before I take it away for anything a little bit more extreme. Given the weather conditions, it might be a little bit more extreme than I'd hope for. But yeah, we'll see. And this is how the forest is looking right now. So the snow's all melting. The water's open, the rivers are really full, and the weather actually doesn't look too bad. So we have lots of boulders around here, all dragged here by glaciers, but here's a special one. Look, it's split in half. Half of it's remained standing and the other half is here. And look, if you see all of the lichen on the outside but not on the inside. I wonder when that actually split. It's certainly been like that for a few years. Let's get a bit further away. Right. That's the track we're going down. There. I think that's really cool. There was just a reindeer over there. I wasn't quite quick enough to get a decent shot. This one's all excited. So yeah, I've got her attached. Can we see? Yeah, so she's attached to the belt of me rucksack with a little backup going to the belt of me trousers, just in case she pops the rucksack belt open, because she's bloody strong, this one. Wait, and she's making tangles around me. So there are bits of track where I'd actually really quite like to have me snowshoes. Let's go to the side. Yes, yes. It was nearly knee deep back there. So we've had to come quite a way off the trail because the snow's knee deep over there and pretty wet. The weather's holding. We've had a bit of snow, no rain yet. Yeah, it's going good, isn't it, Uni? It's nice to be able to find stones again. So this is quartz, so that's generally what I use for flint and steel fires. We don't have flint here. Also, I can maybe start using a shepherd's sling again. I don't use them for hunting. There's absolutely no way I'm ever going to dominate that skill well enough to hit anything much smaller than a lake. But they're fun. I'll maybe do a video about shepherd slings at some point. And here we are. This is a very, very popular place. So in the hiking season, around about August, also the skiing season, which is March, April, but right now it's pretty much abandoned. I shouldn't think there'll be anybody else coming here. Leave no trace. And yeah, so we're here in the skiing season. You can just ski across the lake from the village, and it's really nice and easy. But I've had to park over here and yeah, across the river and yeah, followed the trail. More or less followed the trail, where the trail isn't too deep in snow. I'm really quite surprised how much snow is left, because around the farm there's very little now. I've now got wet feet because somebody was in a hurry to cross the wet bit and pulled me in. So this is home for the night. There's the fireplace. There's the bed. So we're going to have a Spanish themed meal. Got a bit of salt there. Lemon pepper, that's more for as if I catch fish tomorrow. I think I'll be taking them home with me anyway. And in here we have a couple of stock cubes, one, two, and we've got some lentils which have already got some dried onion in there. So let's see how much water I've got left. I should have just about enough. It's enough for a start. And let's see if this gas stove actually works. There we go. goes in there. I'm going to crumble these stock cubes in. Vegetable stock. So this is lentejas con chorizo, or chorizo con lentejas, sorry, which this really is not the proper way of doing it. So you want vegetables in there, carrots, fresh onions. The chorizo you normally use is, yeah, you don't normally use the cured stuff, you use chorizo fresco, the fresh stuff. I'm not going to need salt in this because these stock cubes are pretty damn salty. I'm going to put this in the other little pan. Could of course be doing all of this in one pan. Yeah. The only other ingredient I'm going to add is I've got a little bit of tomato puree here. Okay, now I've got the chorizo browned a little bit. Stick it in here, mix it all together, and it'll be ready shortly. I also sometimes make pea soup when I'm out for a while, because the peas do need to soak. Yeah, that's how it looks. It tastes a lot nicer than it looks, eh? Okay, we've got the cabin over there. That's the ski cafe. So they serve coffee, cakes and things in the springtime. Compost toilets. Yes. Okay, plenty of wood. Wow. Come on. Oh, you don't have to be in there. More compost toilets. There's outdoor fireplaces over there. And also there's a pump to a spring. Let's see if I can zoom you in. Yeah, there's a pump. That doesn't work in the winter, obviously. And there's the mountain at the back. Puacero. Late that evening, we did have 4 people turn up who were hiking through. So you should always take camping gear, just in case you can't stay in the cabin. The people, I believe they turned back the next day because of the conditions. The next morning we were greeted by this guy. He's a Capercaillie. He was showing off for us in the morning. Thankfully Uni didn't see him because she'd have gone crazy. And also, as if you're hiking with a dog, you definitely want to bring camping equipment. Not everybody likes dogs. Some people are scared of them. Some people are allergic to them. So always be prepared to sleep outside. We did bring a tarp with us just in case. But in this case, these people really liked Uni, so there was no problem. Uni's a little charmer, so we all slept fine in the cabin. Okay, so the idea is to do a bit of fishing here. I'm meeting up with one of our guides from the Husky farm. This is an area that I like to take them fishing because there's quite a lot of pike. It's also still quite frozen up here, but as we go in that direction, the river's going to open up. I can already see goldeneye, and is that a goosander? There's quite a lot of ducks. Yeah, so all of the summer migrants are back, but of course the ducks and the swans have got less space, so they tend to be concentrated on the rivers. So in my little water bottle container I've got a length of fishing line on a stick and a little tin with some lures in, and basically I've already got a leader attached to this, so it's going to be nice and easy for me to... How have I wrapped this now? So yeah, I should have got the end hooks on here. I've already got a loop. The loop I'm going to put through the bottle here, then pass it through. So when you're casting, it's just important to have a lanyard so you don't throw the bottle. I remember one of our guides, we were doing this with tin cans and he threw the whole can right into the lake. We don't want to do that. Then we wrap it around. I have actually got another method of doing this with a big can with a stick on the end of it. Something I came up with when I broke my fishing rod. I actually got the idea from YouTube. I didn't invent that. So now we've got the leader here. I wouldn't have this as if I was fishing for trout, but seeing as it's mostly pike and perch around here, they could bite through the line. So we've got a spinner that'll just clip nice and easily on here. There we go. Right, Uni, watch out. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of casting it. You can have your finger over the line with a bit dangling down, and you can throw it like that. Just reel it in. The fishes will see the movement. And the other way is just to throw. And it's really quite good in narrow river banks when you've got a lot of vegetation around you, branches over your head, and there's not enough room to throw a rod. And when you're carrying it, you can sometimes, as if you're careful, just hook the lure like that. Yeah, just for walking short distances, keeping the dog well out of the way. Right, I'm opening my beer now. Very long video today, so if you've made it this far, thank you very much. And yeah, please drop us a comment, give us a like, and yeah, we didn't get any fish today. We got very wet trying. The river banks are all very flooded, a lot of water and not many fish. but I'm sure we'll have more luck next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon for another Kookalee Bushcraft video. Bye for now.